I decided, you know what? I'm cleaning my desk. I'm in the studio. I might as well go live and hang out. Why not? Let me get my chat up, put the do not disturb on. What is today? Today is the 16th. Tomorrow we have our Monday show where we'll have a guest in the studio. I'm going to have to reach out and make sure he's still coming to the ranch. Super excited. But look at all this yumminess on my desk. Look at all this yumminess. Totally, 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 totally yumminess. And I'm going to be on here for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Um, Lock screen. And I decided to not do my eCam and just do this way. Now let me get my chat up so that way I can see the chatterbox. We had some, I'm not gonna say well, it was bad weather for some people, but it's that time of year, so it was that kind of weather for me around here. But I didn't sleep good last night, so when I did get up this morning, fed the dogs, put them out, and then took a little nap, real quick, not a lot, but and then when I came in here to do some stuff, I was just like, oh my goodness. I didn't realize my desk was so out of sorts. And it's been this way for the last couple days because ever since Friday, I've been getting rid of some, I'm not getting rid of, I've been creating. Let's just say that I've been creating. Okay, so there we go. All right, all right, all right. But I have a lot, like I have a lot of stuff that's on here. Like it's a lot of stuff that's on my desk. And so as I was going, I had watercolor that's kind of peeping out. And but as I've been going, what I've been doing is trying to sort out my scraps. Oh, I need that pen. Let's keep that. My glue is already, I'm gonna have to undo that because it's clogged. But anyways, I've been creating with my scraps since Friday because remember Friday, I was motivated and all the things. And so I did some little books that Bitty Penny did on her live. And so of course it's like, oh, that's a good idea to slap together some of the take your scraps and just make something out of 'em. You know what I mean? So and that's what I did. I don't care how small it was, what it was. I took my needle and thread, put it together, and that's a little book. This one is a little book. I need to put it together. Pull out all of my, what are these things called? Clippers. So I can clip them together because they're not to be perfect. So they're not to be perfect, but they're going to be cute. So this one, I had paper that I had painted on, some scraps that was in there. I took it and made it into a little book. This one, I don't think I've sewn this one. This one is actually mail that I got, and was part of a art paper club pal. So I took all the stuff that she sent me, and I just took it and folded it and made it into a little book. Even the little note she sent me, and this pretty paper. So that's one size. I've already sewn this one. I've already sewn this one. So if you have scraps and you have a desk that looks like mine right now, this is what I'm doing, cleaning up, and I'm putting them together, and I'm going to sew them. So this one is thick enough that I'll sew that one. Then I have this one, and we're not worrying about what it looks like. So after Bitty Penny was talking, and I was just like, you know what, that'll be a really good idea. I can get rid of a lot of things. And don't worry about the size. Now, if you're one of those people and it needs to be pretty and perfect, then just edge it up. It works out. But for me right now, I just wanted to use my scraps up. So this one, again, is full of paper that I got either in Happy Mail. I think that's where that paper came from. And then I have a lot of stuff that I need to put in my junk journal. So I'm going to just name these junk journals. This is the inside of an envelope that came with Happy Mail in it. And so that is going to be that one. So we're going to close that back up so it stays together. So I'm keeping up with them. So I'm putting them together like this so that I can sew them later. I got my needle and my thread. And I was listening to an Audible. I've read Zora Neale Hurston, Their Eyes Were Watching God. I've read it like 2, 3 times. But Buddy had it on Audible, and Ruby D is reading it. And when I tell you she brings each character to life, she did it so much justice. Like it was the first time. Well, I was hearing it for the first time, but it was like I had never read it because I didn't put the life and all the stuff into it like she did. Now I have scraps, fabric that came in Happy Mail, or either it was my scraps. I'm going to take those and I'll probably go to the sewing machine and maybe sew some or either make some, I don't know, make some, what are those things called? Snippet rolls. So that way I'll have it all ready together when I want to pull off something. Not sure, but we're making a pile for that. And that way we are organizing everything that's on my desk. So it's kind of fun. These are actually my grandchildren. Somebody did this. I want to say Azalea did this one. And so I folded it and put it in here, and it's going to be book art. And we got some pages that we can do. So that one is what that one is. It's kind of thick. Now you can take these and make them into a book if you want. I don't want to do that. I just want them to be individual, even so that I can maybe take a couple and send them. Or I have a couple of books that I've already, well, covers, not books, that I could take. Let's see, I'd have to measure this out. I wouldn't want it to be perfect, but I could put it in there into a little book and have it like so. But because who knows, I might want to gift them to somebody. Who knows? So right now, this one is going to be one that is not really sized. It's not really sized. So it's going to be just, I have to make sure when I stitch it, I'm going to stitch in the middle to catch everything because everything is not the same size. So these were some stamping pages that I was stamping out my girls. And instead of trying to cut them out and put them in, just make them, I'm going to just leave it like that. So that's why I was like, okay, well, let me just go live and let's see. Somebody else might have a messy desk and they need to see. This one that over some practice. Y'all know how to practice. I got Happy Meal and I have all these little tidbits, right? So I'm going to take tidbits and just kind of glue them on different things. And what? And that means I'm using them. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to do this. So the weather, I took the dogs out on a walk. We've already did our little walk, had my coffee. Oh, that's cute. And then maybe put that, yeah, let's do that. So this is, like I said, it's all my scraps. I'm gonna show y'all my box in a minute. That was another reason I didn't want to get on my eCam because I can't move this camera like I want to. So I just did it on my phone. So if you're watching and it gets a little glitchy or whatever, just let me know in the chat. So if you're here in the chat, good morning, good morning. What time is it? Oh, good afternoon. God, see what happens when you take a nap? You miss the morning. But I was gonna go to get the dog some food, and I was just like, I don't feel like going anywhere. I need to clean my desk because why? I have a guest coming in the studio tomorrow, so we can't have the desk looking crazy, crazy. All right, so this is again prints that I'm gonna cut in half, not cut in half, fold in half, and that's gonna be a book. Landscape, we're gonna again fold it in half and see. That's gonna be bigger, so this one will go in this one because that's the same size paper. Kind of keep it in the middle. And I need another, and try to keep them together. Like this one has some handmade paper that I got from somewhere. So I can journal in it or just do art in it. Doesn't matter. So Happy Sunday. How are you guys doing today? What do you have planned for your Sunday? Like all this was in the scrap box, and this I did last year on a live. So I decided I'm not gonna put these because I don't want to fold these in half. So these will be made into cards. This one might get put in half. Let's see, can we? Nope. Well, we could take that off and do it like that. Boom. Fold it in half. But I needed to get rid of my scrap boxes. That's what I needed to do. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for joining me. I had to pull the chat down. I'm just like, wait a minute, I don't have chat down. So when I do it on my phone, isn't this cute? So this one, I don't like the rainbow on there like that. Let's maybe, we're not going to stress over it. We're just going to slap it down and keep it going. Y'all know me. We're going to slap paint on paper. We're going to slap paper on paper and keep it moving. It is not going to be hard. Because why? I need to clean this stuff out. So, all right, that's that. I'll be bending those. That's going to be cute. And if you're the person that collects things, I collect things. So I have bags. These are the bags like when I went to Blick. I've got some Princeton brushes. And so I need to take these bags and fold them and make them into a little book. And that's going to be my date out with Talia. Print out the pictures and put it in there. So that'll be its own little book. Because all the stuff that's still in this junk box, scrap box, not junk box. That's in there. Put that right there. But here it is. This is a huge box. And see, it has a lot of little tidbits, like a lot of little stuff. Happy Mail that I got. I put inside envelopes so I don't lose it because it's so much, you know. Stuff that I got, either cards with little notes. I want to keep them. Oh my, who sent me this? You know, so this kind of thing. Oh, Katrina, yes. There's that. I want to keep that with that. And then, you know, make it into a book. And then again, you have all the letters and all of the little notes that somebody has sent you, and you have them in one collection. Because Dawn had did it with her cards. And so now I'm kind of taking a combination of Pamela sent me a little card, little girl. So we're going to take her. Oh, yeah, let's put her here. She'll fit right in there. And that way we'll have the note where we can read it. So now that's all that I'm doing. And as I was sitting here, oh, see, this is, I don't know, because something I got is some Happy Mail. I mean, and something, it's a clear, I guess, to put stamp on, not sure. What if you use your Cricut and cut shaped, oh, what, that's in the way, cut shapes out of your scraps. So the reason I can't do that with these is because they're small. Like, it's not whole sheets of paper. So like this right here, it would just be a waste of my time to try to put it in my Cricut. I'm not that good with my Cricut. It needs to be a whole sheet of paper, but I already have shape things. Like I already have tools. I got circles. I got little tags. See, I can make this into a tag, cut little bunch of tags out with this because this is already pretty. But because this is so big, I don't know what I did with this. Oh, it was a bag. So this side and just pull it apart. And then we're going to put it. There we go. Cut it down a little bit. Oh, I ripped out my scallop. And that's going to be part of this book. And take this one. Where's another book? We can put that one in this one. So all my scraps are in here are tiny, tiny. It would be a waste of my time kind of to pull out my Cricut and try to do it. But it can be done. So for people that you are a Cricut master, go for it. Me and my Cricut, we have a love-hate relationship, I guess I could say. I love it, but I hate to use it sometimes. Now, if I'm printing out something off of my laptop, I love it. But to go and do something kind of like what Sarah is asking, that's when I get a little, And I just try to decide to do what I want to do. So I got my shears. And so see how I've taken this? This is something that I just did. Okay. And because it has this on it, I don't know. We can fold it. I don't know. So you get to see what's in here. So it's not that much left because I've been doing a good job, but that's only one of 1, 2, 3, because we have the basket, which is only supposed to be my mixed media. This is only supposed to be mixed media stuff. So I'm supposed to only have stuff like this that I've cut out of magazines. That's all supposed to be in this basket. But somewhere down the line, it has other stuff in it. That's my own acrylic. So we're going to put that. We're going to cut the air conditioner on because it's like 75, almost 80 degrees, and I'm a little warm. So we're going to cut that, and I'll put that. So let's put that in with this. Kind of make it a tip in. Maybe. We'll see. We'll fold it over. So you see what I'm saying? I'm not really doing a whole lot. And then when you rip off stuff like this, so now we got scraps on top of scrap. This can actually go in here because this will go into when I do my mixed media. Oh, I have some envelopes in here. We're going to take these out. And this was the basket that I was using for my scavenger hunt. I finally found that. It was right here. Yep, the scavenger hunt. The scavenger hunt. But I was collecting stuff instead of putting it in my journal. See, this kind of stuff is not supposed to be in here. This basket was organized. This kind of stuff isn't supposed to be in here. Okay. The girls are not supposed to be in here. We're going to use those girls. We're going to use these girls. So see my junk journal, when I do my mixed media, I have cut out stuff that I will, put on a board. Oh, those definitely don't go in there. Let's see. So sometimes when you use stuff like this, oh look, this is already folded over. Love it. When you use baskets, and I have baskets, that's what I use to catch my stuff in. And when I'm on a live sometimes, and if the live gets to the place to where I'm doing a lot of stuff, then whatever the closest basket is, that's my catch-all. Now, do I go back and unclutter the basket? No. I know this basket hasn't been touched since, let's see, I did live for 30 days in October and December. So a lot of the stuff that I made that junk journal in memory of my son, daughter, and granddaughter, this caught a lot of that stuff. Because remember we did a lot of cutting out holes and stuff. And if you wasn't on that live is now only available in my program. So see, we have this paper. When I was learning how to paint those flowers, once I mastered those flowers, I kind of stopped doing it. So we're going to fold that over. Let's see, what size? See, it's almost too big, and I don't want to cut this down. So we're going to put that with something else. But we got plenty bags. And we'll open this, just fold it. And if you're not a person that likes to sew or stitch, you can literally take, like you can open this in the middle. And all you're going to do is take a needle. But sometimes I take it and put it on the sewing machine and literally sew it right up there because this is soft paper. But all you need is a little thread. You can even use dental floss and a needle And all you're going to do is kind of just, you're going to stitch it together, like poke a hole in it, first of all. Poke a hole either, because see where this is? Then the hole will go inside of here and inside of here. So you're just going to have two signatures, kind of, like so. That's all I did with this. And it was just up, in, and out, really. So if you want to learn how to do that, want to know more about that, and you're on here, you just join me on my Patreon where I teach. But here we're going to just, you know, if you're one of those people that have, now, let's say I always tell you, and you like, people like, I don't have paper, or I don't have a whole bunch of that stuff. Sure you do. They send you all kinds of junk mail. And you can make them out of envelopes. You can make them out of the flyers that come in the mail. Like, you can do it. You can do this. That's all I'm saying. You can do it. So this all can stay in here. What is that? That can, we're gonna take that out. It's a little hard. See, we got circles that these are gonna stay in. We can leave that in. So we're narrowing this down to where all it's gonna be for my junk journal stuff. Napkins, we use napkins in my junk journal. We decoupage with them. All this is little tidbits. So yes, so we're down to where, take the envelopes out. This is all mixed media. Love it. All right. And see, this is where my bees, I was looking for my bees, and they were in here. There we go. So that's one basket that is organized. We'll put that over there behind us. We come over here. I don't have a book that's this big. This is where I did swatching on my, with some watercolors. I want to say this was Etcher watercolors because they're so vibrant. And I haven't put that palette, I don't pull out too often because they are real vibrant. And I don't care how much you water them down, they're just very, very bold. And for some time with my flowers, I like that. And sometimes, not really. So we're going to fold this in half, and we can use the back side of the paper. And we're going to fold this one. And we're just going to keep adding these. I think I'm going to put to the side. Now, here's the other thing. So we're adding to this one, and this one. And these can be put in, well, this can be put in for paper. Let's see if it's, because when you put it in, you don't want it to be too wide. Yeah, I could fold that right there, and it would just get a stitch. But I'm going to need to see it, so we're going to have to put it in the front. Yeah, so you put it right there, and it'll catch probably one stitch in the middle, probably. But I'm not going to use all of these because these are little. So I'll put this in the other basket. Brown paper. You get a brown paper bag when y'all go to the store and you get the little, like you go to, what's that store? Trader Joe's. Is that the name of that store? Trader Joe's. And because I got Tractor Supply on my brain. I'm going to cut this one right here. You go to Starbucks, they give you, anywhere they give you a brown bag. Either use the bag, make it out of something. There we go. Let's put this back on top. See, we're just adding papers. Like so. I might stitch this and then put some fabric in there. Yummy. That might be cute. We might do that. Maybe, maybe not. Not sure. This one, I'm going to fold it over, put that. Will that work there? I think that one might work better over here. And there's no measuring, so I'm just really just putting them together, trying to see what I like, what I don't like, what works and what doesn't work. And y'all know some stuff still gets thrown in the trash. Even though I would love to keep it. Cards. I would love to keep it. See, this is this is how the bag comes from Blick. And we're going to cut this in half. And then we're gonna fold this in half. And now we have another piece of, oh, let's put it back here because we got a lot of brown. So you see what I'm saying? Don't stress over it. So I did a video last, I want to say Friday. Does art change your attitude? And I'll link that to the description box after this live so that if you want to check that out. But it does. And so like today, yesterday, it popped in my head. And I said if it popped in my head, I was going to talk about it. But if it don't pop in my head, I kind of was going to leave it alone. But what is on it? Yesterday, I was visiting family, and so we kind of had a conversation. My uncle catches raccoons, and like he traps raccoons. So we had a raccoon in the trap, and we was checking it out. Went out, so everybody kind of went outside. So my aunt said when I came in, no, let's back up. When I came into the house, it was my grandmother's 98th birthday, the 13th. I think that was Wednesday or Thursday. So anyways, I took her favorite flower is geranium. So the flower lady was there Friday. So I took her flower Friday. And so yesterday when I went there, which was Saturday, my aunt, she's like, Mama's birthday was yesterday. And I was like, no, it wasn't. Uh, and I don't know why I said that. Why even with this in particular, I don't even know why I even engaged, but I did. And I think I did it because I know when my grandma's birthday was basically. And so this aunt is a little, she's touched by the Lord. Let's just say that. I love her to death. But sometimes we're like 14, I think 14 years apart. She reminds me that she's not old. Uh, and so we were she was kind of going in and continuing to kind of harp at me and trying to pick and just basically she wants to pick an argument and all the things. And I'm just like, I don't want to. And so I quickly said, Aunt blank, what her name is, I'm not here to, get into no argument with you. And then she goes on, you just think you're better than everybody else. And so let's pause right there because this is why I gave you the story, because I want you to know if you happen to be on the replay or you're watching this live, you are better. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to tell yourself, I am the best thing that God woke up this morning. Why? Because if you don't affirm yourself, no one else will. And so she says, my mama told me, she's like, well, she says you think you better than everybody else. And I said, I do. If I don't think it, who else will? And there's nothing in the arrogance in that may be for somebody and they may be like, oh, you're just so arrogant. I don't care anymore. I've spent so many years of my life hiding in the shadows of what people wanted me to be and what people thought I should be and all of the things. It's like now I am who God says I am. And I am wonderfully blessed. I am all the things. So if somebody else says, I think I'm better than everybody else, that's not my problem. That is now their problem. So don't let people speak negative in your life. Don't let people try to hem you up to their standard. So I don't know to be. I don't know where she would want me to be in my life. I really don't. And I used to spend time trying to figure it out, but now I could give a flying flip. But like I tell my mama, what I'm not going to do is let you talk to me like I'm two. And that I let everybody know I'm not 2-year-old Karen anymore. I am a grown woman and I have my opinions. And if my opinions get to be too much, I'm going to take them to the house. And so when I went outside to hang out with, just really not go toe to toe with, for one, I respect her, my elder. But for two, I'm not going to let anybody talk to me any kind of way. And if you feel like I'm not your cup of tea or whatever, I'm cool with that. I mean, I ain't everybody cup of tea. I have a sense of peace with myself that does come off to be arrogant. But until you've walked in my shoes, until you stood by two caskets at the same time, and then turned around 12, 13 years later and stood by another casket. Don't come for me. You know what I'm saying? And so yesterday, even though I wanted to hang out with my family, I had to cut it short because why? I had already gotten myself into a good place, and I wasn't going to let, I wasn't going to let her ruin it. So I hung around for about 30 minutes, but I had to get, I had to get on back to the ranch and come on in the studio and be like, yep. And I prayed about it, and I always pray for my aunt, this in particular aunt, because um, she is who she is, and it's cool. It's cool. Hi, Dawn. How are you? So that's just how it is. So my whole thing for you, if while I clean my desk and get everything going, is just don't let people do that to you. I lost my voice somewhere along 10, between 10 and 13. I lost my voice. And I mean the voice where, like some of the kids now, they question every daggum thing. And so for me, I used to not so much as question things, but I wanted to know how did things work, or I had a curiosity that I wanted to learn different things, and you would get your elders or people that were older than you believe the words that they would say to you, right? And so when you're told that you can't do something, then you're just like, well, I guess they know better than me. So then you don't do it. So I'm here to I want you to take your voice back. I want you to really, really, really take your voice back. I don't care who took it. Um, it's not your problem. Most of the people in my life right now, they're jealous because they can't stand on their own 2 feet in the little deep water that they've had to step in, right? And I'm not going to dumb it down my life, because every day that I wake up and I get to put my feet on the floor and I'm still in my right mind, I give God all glory and praise, right? Because I could literally be, y'all, I could be locked up in a sane asylum with, my hair all over the place and something. Or after losing 2 children and a granddaughter, I could have committed suicide. I mean, I feel like in my life, I've had reasons to do some of the crazy stuff that people seem like they want me to do. Like my aunt, like she wanted me, she likes when I go toe to toe with her, because then she gets to get out of her system how she really feels about me. And then I told her, just like, I love you. And I don't understand why you don't love me. And then, she'll be mumbling under her breath or whatever. And I'll be like, nah, player, say it out loud. You know, let me know how you feel, because I don't understand. And she'll throw in there, yeah, I raised my kids this way, I raised my kids that way. Okay, well, you raised your kids this and that. Okay, what you trying to say? I ain't raised mine good enough? Well, where we going with this? And so, but sometimes people just, they don't like their life. So they have to piss on yours. And back to what I was saying, I am. When God woke me up this morning, and I want y'all to start saying this. When you look in the mirror, I want you to say, "Ooh, girl, you the best thing that God woke up this morning." And then when people start like bothering you and stuff, you just tell yourself, girl, you the best thing that God woke up this morning. Don't let them bother you, because people will do it to you. I mean, they will. They'll use your husband to do it. They'll use your children to do it. The enemy just likes to have chaos. So as I clean my desk, all of this chaos, I wanted to share. I just like, let me pop on here because it was in my mind. And then it was even more so after Sarah and I was talking this morning. And as I said what I said to her, my words that I gave her turned around and was just like, well, why about you do that then? So I was just like, you know what? Live it is. Somebody needs to know you do not have to deal with a lot of the foolishness that people put on you. It's their problem. It's not your problem. It is not. And don't feel bad about it. You are the best thing. Like, Tell yourself, I am the best thing that God woke up this morning. And then when you start doing all the things, just be like, oh, yes, I am good at that. Man, I slap myself on the back. Y'all already know, when I get my watercolors and I get something that I love, I'll be like, girl, you did that thing. That's how you got to do. Encourage yourself. Because sometimes, don't wait on people to do it for you. Encourage yourself. I'm here to encourage you I'm team encourage yourself. I'm here to help you do all the things. And if you need somebody to put the Vaseline on and pull the earrings off, give me a holler. Because ain't nobody got time for that foolishness. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody got time for it. We don't and don't. We don't. We want to be happy. We want to slap paint on paper. We want to have a messy desk. We want to have my studio is not messy, but my desk. Oh yeah, Dawn, it's all Dawn's fault. Remember, I told y'all at the beginning it's Dawn's fault. We started this on Friday. Dawn, check them out. Bitty Penny finished it out on Saturday when she did the little book. So I got to pulling out my scraps and making the little book. So we setting them all up. And I'm lining them all up to put a stitch in them. And I went over and checked out the YouTube channel that y'all had mentioned in the live, and that made it even worse. But y'all know what? I'm going to get rid of probably 2 of these baskets. And because of Dawn, I went to the thrift store last Friday and found this cute little basket. Y'all, this is what I'm saying. Find stuff that make you happy. We got enough going on in the world right now. Smile, be happy, and that way, when you do have to face the wiles of the world, when you do have to go out the door, you won't have to go out feeling so bad. You know what I mean? And don't let nobody ever steal your joy, ever. Think about it. When you have to question it, it's not you, it's them. And just really, really, really hone in on it and be like, and then remember, you can't fix everybody either. Now, that's something I had to tell myself. It's like, it is not my job to fix people. Because I'll be like, because the people pleasing me, I wanted everybody happy. I ain't want nobody mad at me. And when I leave the house, I ain't want nobody talking about me. But just as sure as I was leaving my grandma's house, I could hear them talking. And I was just like, y'all don't want me to turn around and go off on y'all. But remember, it's not you. It could be them. And I do know when I show up in a room, I show up with the resilience that God has given me. And I show up and I make people maybe shrink down because they're like, wait a minute, I got this little thing going on and she got that going on and she got the nerve to want to show up and be great. And do. Sure do. It's in my DNA. And my grandmama, she don't do nothing but egg me on. Both of them. So I got a 94-year-old grandmother and I have a 98-year-old grandmother. And both of them are Team Karen. So I got my voice back. And if you were like me, between 8, it started being told, I started doing art kind of like around 9, 10. It's like, do something constructive. You're wasting your time. You need to do something that's going to get the house clean or something like that. So, I was just like, okay, art isn't constructive. So I need to do something constructive. Now, cleaning house ain't constructive. I don't want to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Hire somebody to come in here and do it. If the what you call that stuff, the dust gets so thick that I'd be like, oh Lord, I need the dust. I might pull out that what's that thing, the Swiffer, and Swiffer around a little bit, and maybe not. I don't know. I don't care. It's just not the thing I want to stress. Now I need to decide if I want to bend these because they cute. I don't think I'm gonna bend them. I think we'll use them as a tip in somewhere along the way. They're about this size, so we'll tip them in maybe. Remember, it does not have to be perfect size. We got that girl right there. So we'll maybe open this up. And no, I don't want that girl right there. And so, guys, this is really how I keep my sanity. This is how I keep from losing it. So if you're new to the channel and you have like, what in the world this young lady talking about? You haven't subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, like and share. Somebody might need to have hear or hear the word that I shared about owning your own voice and owning your own who you are and walking in your authentic self. Because this month on the channel, we're talking about being vulnerable. And sometimes I say when I show up and be around my family, I have to be in a place to be vulnerable because sometimes some of them, not all of them, they just say things and they just don't know. They don't mean to. They don't mean no harm. Let's be clear about that. But I can't strike back because they're ultra sensitive. So I just have to remember, like, they don't mean no harm. Just calm down. They don't mean no harm. And sometimes I can only take maybe about an hour. But like today, I want to go and have dinner and hang out, but I was like, I can't. Don't wanna. So after I finish with the live, I might call my mom and be like, hey, who's at the house? What y'all doing? And her and my other aunt, which is Sarah's mother, maybe we might go. I can't call them now until I decide if I even want to leave the house, because I don't need to leave the ranch, y'all. I'm happy here. But my aunt is here from Chicago and I like hanging out with her. And when I get to hang out with her and my mama, it's a buffer. So I kind of like that. Is this a sticker? Nope. So we're going to take this. And oh, so the storm last night, I already walked this morning and picked up limbs. It wasn't that bad. We just got a lot of rain, thunder. I haven't been out. That's another thing. I haven't been out to see what it did on the roads. But when I checked, everybody fared well. The lights didn't go out or anything, but I don't even know if tornadoes hit because I haven't really been on social media. See, Sarah, that's what I'm saying. Who cooking? Nobody. I asked the question yesterday, who cooking? Your mama said no. My mama said no. I said, that's what y'all at the age where y'all supposed to be wanting to cook. And then we come to the house and sit and hang out and, chew the fat. Like, so I don't know. I might just, go get them and hang out, go over to get something to eat. I don't know. Because, I mean, we all got to eat. We all got to eat. Yeah, you like to cook. I mean, you can cook. I mean, I could go there and cook, but that's not the point. I be wanting them to participate. Like we always do the cooking. That's my point. I want them to show up. Like show up and do something. It helps them do stuff together. So it's more about them. So yeah, I could go and cook. Like I got collard greens, some baked chicken, some rice I was gonna cook, and something else. But I don't be wanting to cook, which is why me and my sugar we be having a fight. Okay, I like these. These are thick enough. I don't really like this as a cover with these because they're kind of small. So I'm gonna pull these out, and that's gonna be its own little book because of the size. But we got. Oh yeah, we can join this. Let this be the cover for this. But if I go get them and take them out and we go out to eat, they'll still be together. But them two, oh, they're just so bossy together. Both of them just want to, both of them want to be the boss. And I just be looking at them. I was talking to our uncle and he was just like, he couldn't talk to me for my mama continuing to get in the conversation. And so I was just like, well, Uncle Larry, let me go see this raccoon you got, which let us go outside to have a conversation. So, but it was fun. I always like hanging out with my grandma, but like I said, that one aunt, if that one aunt is around, I don't stay around long. Let's put some bling in. No. Oh, let's put the bling over here. Yep, that's about a good size. This one's probably going to get one stitch. Okay, so now I'm done with my family drama. And again, vulnerability is what we're talking about in the month of March. And me to talk about my family. Now, trust me, if my mom was to get on here, she'd probably be 38 hot. And ask me if I care. No, because I want somebody else to learn from me that family, you're not the only one that has family that is the way they is or are the way they are. However you want to put it. and you don't get to pick your family, right? Like you're scrolling through here on YouTube and you get to choose what video you want to spend time on. You get to choose who you want to subscribe to, who you want to like. But with family, you don't get to choose your family. And so that's why I try to keep my cup overflowing, so when I do hang out with them, and by the time the cup is full, I'm like, oh, it's time to go. And it works out. It's been working out that way. But like I said, because my aunt is here, and I like to go and hang out because I like hanging out with her. There we go. All right. Sarah, did y'all get snow today or yesterday? A little snow? I know you're like, what you say, 40 minutes outside of Chicago, and the new puppy, Alvin, his new home is in Chicago, and they sent us a video him playing in the snow. Yep, today, him playing in the snow. So I was like, oh, this was from my Daphne's Diary book. That might be a little hard to, no, it won't. Let's put it in there. I'm liking the way this one's coming out. This one's coming out good. Look, Dawn, I'm trying, and when I tell you this about this box, I'm gonna have to get me some more clips. Dawn, you still didn't get mail Saturday either? We got that one. Oh, can this one go on this one? Oh, this one can go in here. She cute. Oh, there we go. Let's do it. Let's pull these out because these are going to be tip-ins. So we'll tip them in later. Right now, they don't need to be in. Let's put. Okay. Oh, I'm going to love this one. No mail yet. I'm going to have to track that because I thought they said it was going to be Friday, and it could be because of the weather. So I have to be a little sensitive with weather. Okay, we're going to put that in there. Okay, that one's yummy. This one's yummy. And look, oh, we got thread. I'm going to use this thread to hopefully bind them up. Hopefully it'll go in my needle. And then I'll put sew some lace on it. There we go. Sometimes it's good to have a plan, and sometimes just go with it. Because all I'm doing is digging out of this box. That's it. Now, let's see if this girl can get, oh, yep, can we get her out? Yep, there she go. What about her? Can we get her out without cutting everybody else? Yep. All right. Oh, I think this, oh, and this is on sticky paper. So we're going to take these girls, cut them out because we're going to use them because these have been sitting up here. I'm part of this subscription and I get all these little girls and I don't use them. So we're going to have to start using them. Okay, that'd be cool. I think I have the tracking information in my profile or either in my purse. I have so much confidence in the post office, y'all, to usually like throw the tracking receipt in my in this junk box, or in this what would we say, we wouldn't call it a junk box, in this scrap box. And then when I make a junk journal from something that maybe came from the person that I sent something to, then I'll put that in there. But or paints and things like that. Oh, let's see. What else? So yeah, so that's what my Sunday is consisting of. Getting out of my head, cleaning off my desk, hanging out, having fun. And I'm an only child from my mother, but so I've learned, like when I was growing up, I hated it because I was the only child. I was the only grandchild for 12, 13 years. So there was nobody else. So I've learned, and I'm appreciative. I love being with me. And that's why people say, oh, I don't, if they're not married, it's like, oh, I'm so tired of being alone. Are you? Mm-mm. I'm just happy as content as a pig in slop. Sure is. I'm okay. Okay, these are going to be made into cards. We're not going to bend these. We're going to put these on cards. Oh, Dawn, look what I found. Yes, that's what I want to show you. Let's see, where is that thing at? Oh, okay. I told you once I cleaned the stamps, and you know what? I used every stamp that I own. It got stamped, and all of my oxides, they work. So I felt very accomplished. So I did. I was very pleased with that. But check her out. Check out what we found, because we had to clean up some things. And let's just put that right there. Remember I was saying I didn't know where this stamp was? There it is. Oh, I messed that up. It's not perfect, but oh, let's see. Where's another flower? So my bee, I found my bee and something else I had lost. So I found them. Let's put that right there. There we go. I am going to have to get off because I am hungry though. But I don't like going nowhere hungry. Then I eat too much. Oh, it's 1:15 already. Yes, I'm so happy I found that bee. Now I have to go back and figure out where to put it. So I'm leaving it right here in front. I'm new to alone time, and I must say it's energizing. You're an only child too. What do you mean you're new to being alone? I'm confused. You don't consider yourself having been alone, being that you weren't an only child? Help a sister out. Explain that just a tad, if you will. I'm mad that I might have to go to Jacksonville to go back. Not that I have to go to Jacksonville, but that I have to go to the dentist. Something's going on over here, and I feel like I'm gonna be real upset because I gotta go, and I'm gonna have to go because it's not when I open and talk, the air kind of go in. So I'm gonna have to make a phone call and have a problem. No, because my mom stuck me with my cousins oh yeah, no. Well, see, here's the thing. I didn't have cousins to be stuck with because y'all didn't come along till later. So when I visit grandma in the summer, it was just me by myself. And again, until Miko came along, and then when he came along, I was older, and then when you came along, I was married with children. So it was cool. Now, it wasn't cool then. Let me be clear. But now I'm appreciative for it because I've learned how to appreciate the silence. Like I live in the country, rural Alabama. If you want a lot of function to be going on, you need to drive to Montgomery or Atlanta. So you need to drive 45 minutes either way around me, the radius, because you're not going to get a lot going on. Now, we do have some stuff going on in our little town but I'm talking about if you need to go through the drive-through or you need to do all those things, not in my town, not here where I live. And even where my mom and my grandmama, they're like 20 minutes up the road, it still ain't a lot. The town closes down like at 8, 9 o'clock. You ain't getting no drive-through after that, unless you want McDonald's. Okay, so the rest of these pieces, oh, this is pretty. Maybe we can put that in there. All I needed to do was be wide enough to just stick. Oh, you know what? Maybe let's put that on the outside. Or maybe I can just decorate with that. We don't have to worry about stitching that. Yeah, let's decorate with that. But all of my big pages are pretty much gone. And that's what I wanted. So everything that's left, in here. Let's see, let's make this fit this. And let's kind of rip it. Perfect, perfect, perfecto. We are not trying to be perfect here. We're just trying to put some pieces together so we can clear out our scrap box. Because we're going to always have scraps. Okay, my chauffeur is ready to hit the road. Catch the rest of the replay. Thank you, Karen and Sarah. Thank you, Dawn, for joining. I didn't even know where you be this today. But have fun. Tell your chauffeur to drive safe. Y'all be safe. Okay, this one. But I'm going to be getting off here because my stomach is growling and I'm hungry. That was pretty. I like that on the brown. So we got 3 more. And I think everything else is in here is, let's kind of scroll through, flip through, is really scraps in the scraps. So let me show you. So see, it's scrappy scraps. So it's little stuff that I'll use to decorate these junk journals actually. So we're still going to get rid of them. But you got pockets, like that's a pocket full of scraps. Stick that in there. So we'll take this pocket and it can't go on any of these because I don't think it's wide enough. But we'll do something with it. Oh yes, go get food. Okay. That's pretty. Oh, that's big enough that we can put that in something. This is big enough. Okay. So it needs to be at least of a certain size. Oh, there's an envelope. Let's see, how does this fold? Let's fold that way. Wait, this can go on something else. Put that envelope out. But there we go. So I just really want to get, oh, look at that, yummy. I don't know if they can fold over, but we're going to try it. I just really want to get these big pieces out that I could fold over and make into something yummy. We got, see, look, we got, that's a whole pack. We got circles. So we got plenty of stuff to decorate these, let's see, junk journal. But this is not full anymore. It was full. So all these little bitty ones, oh, we can pull that out. Pull that out. Oh, pull that out. If it's at least a 3 by something, it's coming out. What is this? Oh, this was supposed to go on a card. These will go on a card. So let's put these over there with the card making stuff. Making cards. We got Mother's Day coming up, so we'll make some cards. Possibly. I still have Mother's Day cards from last year. See how I take stuff that comes in the mail and just paint over it? Oh, she's cute. This was a part of this. I put a girl on there and painted over it. Okay. All right. So that's that. We're good. We got two down, and the other one down there just has ephemera in it. So I'm very well pleased. So there we go. Remember, don't worry about it. Just hang out with yourself. Have a glass of wine, glass of milk, drink a beer. I don't know, whatever your thing is. Whatever you need to just be with you. Look in the mirror, tell yourself, girl, you fabulous. Or dude, you got this. You the man. Whatever it is, self-talk. Because you get enough of the world's in your ear. So I just wanted to pop on here and just, as I was cleaning my desk, whatever the Lord stuck in my mind, stuck in my head, I was like, okay, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to do it. Because why? We're not here to be perfect. Excuse me. Let me back that up. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm over trying to do the perfecting things in life. Yes, this will go in there. That's yummy. So we've created, where's the center? Oh, yeah. Are we going to put that in the middle? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. We have created 3 new ones that I'll stitch out. Need to get, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put all of these. This is decorations. Decorations go right there. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 8 little mini books that I've put together out of all my junk journaling. I mean, all of my scraps. These are all of my scraps that I've made a nice little sandwich out of. And I'm gonna take my thread and I'm gonna stitch them together. And I will take a picture and put them in the comment section. So if you want to see how they came out, just subscribe to the channel and look for the comment to pop up, and you'll get to see what they turn into. And then I'll show you like as I decorate them, but more than likely I'll go live in my Patreon and do the decorating over there, because that's where I do most of my teaching. So if you're not a part of my Patreon and you would love to be a part of my Patreon, because I would love for you to be a part of Patreon, go over to the link is in my profile. It's basically slapping paint on paper in the Patreon platform, and join us. You get to learn how to watercolor. You get to learn how to make junk journal books. You get to learn how to tell people that you're the best thing that God woke up this morning. You get to learn how I really show up in the world after being a mother who have lost 2 children and a granddaughter. The things that really, really took the air out of me, knocked my heart into what do they call it? A heart attack mode. And how I get to fill my life up with joy through art. So join me. I would love for you to join me. So these are already done. I've already stitched them. I stitched them last night. And they are just, again, the same thing. It was just books, papers that I pulled together. And this one is fun. I like this one because it's my artwork. And some stuff I did on a jelly plate. And then they're stitched together. That's it. All right, guys. I am going to get something to eat, whether I choose to get in the car and go hang out with the fam, or whether I just stay here and go in the kitchen and cook, because I do have some leftovers that I can eat. I don't need to go anywhere, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. So join me tomorrow in the studio, because I will have a guest in the studio. He is a draper for a lot of the movie sets, and I'm not going to tell you much more about him because I want him to share his story, but I get to call him friend, and I am super excited about that. And tomorrow, if you check the live schedule, it was changed to 11 o'clock, so I won't be on at 3 o'clock. I'll be on, I don't know, I might pop back on at 3 o'clock, so to do a recap. Who knows? So Team Replay, if you scroll through and YouTube has dropped this video in your area and you're seeing this, subscribe to the channel, like, share. I would love for you to be a part of our little community here. We're starting to grow. We have, I think the last time I checked, we're almost at 600 subscribers. That does my heart good, because I started out like in October with like 100. So to see where I am now, I am very much so grateful. So remember, let your heart and your soul explode with joy. Let it be full of glory, so that no one can take your joy away from you. I don't care what they say, right? Everything in this life has a time, and your time is now. Come across this YouTube and you're on my channel, I'm here to encourage you to step out of the shadows and be everything that God has designed and everything that God created you to do. I want you to create joy just for you. And then when people come and say, hey, I like that. Oh, that was cool. All you have to do is say thank you, and then tell God, thank you. All right? Have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining me. I really, 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 really do appreciate it, because again, if you wasn't here, I'd be talking to myself, but y'all know, and I will do it. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.